D. Nancy and Frank have the postgame now.
Hi, and thanks so much. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Nets postgame show with Frank Isola. I'm Nancy Newman. The Nets were looking to make it a sweep, victories in all 3 games of this road trip. Tonight, we witnessed a battle. The Stars came to play, big-time plays on both sides. The Mavs just enough.
Yeah, you know, the Nets in this game, this is heartbreaking for them. They trail by 10, 2:46 to go. They then have a chance to tie in the final 6 seconds. Their best player at the free throw line, who made the first, that gave him 62 straight that he had made, and then he missed that second one, which is absolutely crushing. You know, Dallas went with the strategy to foul up 3. It worked the first time, but it didn't there. They ended up fouling Kevin Durant in the act. That's a boneheaded play by the Dallas Mavericks. Kevin Durant's going to be sick tonight with that one. That's a chance for him to tie the game there. Good chance we likely go to overtime yet again, second time in 11 days with the Dallas Mavericks, but it doesn't work out. The Nets' best player at the free throw line ended up missing the second one and then purposely missed the third. Good job by Dallas. When you look at Royce O'Neal at that moment, you think, oh, go up with it, but he didn't really have a chance. He was in traffic right there.
He had made 62 straight free throws up to that point, and as Ian noted, they just suffocated Royce O'Neal late. We're going to take you through that fourth quarter. The Mavs separated themselves, but the Nets did not go away. We're going to pick it up 78-74, 8 minutes left. Luka for 3, buries it. It's a 1-point game. Next possession, it's a Luka miss.
Yeah, and I think Luka, every time he has Ben Simmons on him, I think he feels like he can do whatever he wants. Hit a 3, here he drives past him. Ben Simmons slipped. A lot of guys were slipping, but this one, what are the Nets doing right there? I mean, no one is marking Josh Green. He just goes to the lane unmolested for an easy dunk. Luka took over. There was a stretch, Nancy, where the Nets went 4 minutes without a basket. And at that point, Dallas goes on a 14-0 run, went ahead by 10, eventually went up by as many as 11.
And Luka just could not be stopped. To Dorian Finney-Smith in the lane for the bucket and the foul. That part of that 14-zip run you were talking about. Under 4 minutes to go now, another Luka assist and another 3 from Finney-Smith.
Yeah, and here he is. He loses the ball at first, but that's what you love about Luka. In the lane, draws defenders, kicks it out to Dorian Finney-Smith, who nails the 3 from the corner.
But back came the Nets. They really made it a game. Royce O'Neal, a 3 from the corner, cutting the lead to 7. And they kept the pressure on. Next possession, they defend Luka, get the miss, and then take it the other way.
Yeah, by the way, no field goals for Dallas in the final 3:48 of this game. It was all from the free throw line. Good extra pass to Joe Harris right there in the corner. Now we have a ball game.
4-point game. After another stop, it's Cam Thomas. Can he bring them closer? He misses the long jumper. But what about the next possession?
And that was the thing here. You know, to me, I get it. He gets to the basket. Maybe there's a chance he was fouled. But I got to see Kevin Durant with the ball in his hands on those 2 straight possessions. He didn't get it. And fortunately for the Nets, they got the ball back. And now Kevin Durant finally gets it, misses the long 3. Nets grab the rebound, and then Cam Thomas really puts them in a position, nailing a tough 3-pointer, makes it a 1-point game.
And that, as you said, it made it a 1-point game. Here we go, the final seconds.
And I'll tell you, great job by the Nets getting the ball to Kevin Durant. You cannot, under any circumstances, once he's there, he's in the act. And I'll tell you what, I think both players fouled him there. So Kevin Durant, here he is, makes the first. Now you just want to make the second. You got a tie game. 62 in a row.
Oh.
Not 63. In fact, he has 2 misses in a row because he intentionally misses the second one. Good job by Royce O'Neal getting in here, but he wasn't getting that shot off. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of contact there, but the referee's not going to call it. That's actually good. That's actually well defended by the Dallas Mavericks, and there's your game.
Yep, 96-94 the final. A crushing defeat, as you said. It's 4-7 now, and so many bounces could have gone the other way. Not a lot of offensive, not a lot of offensive answer, but they had their chances.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, there was also a crucial play in the fourth quarter of this game where Kevin Durant sets a hard screen on, or Josh Green goes to set a hard screen. Kevin Durant knocks him over. They call the foul on Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant now starts getting into it with Theo Pinson on the Dallas Mavericks bench, which is a technical foul. Like, you cannot, under any circumstances, get a technical foul in the fourth quarter of a game. And think about it. It ended up being close at the end. That 1 point is big. But I'll say this in Kevin Durant's defense. So Kevin Durant is getting into it with Theo Pinson. They give him a technical foul. Luka Doncic spent the last 5 minutes, all he was doing was moaning to the referees.
And here's some of the video evidence. Now, KD did a pretty solid job on Luka most of the night. But as you said, he got irked as the game went along.
Yeah, so Kevin Durant, here were the two issues with the Brooklyn Nets. Second quarter and then the start of the fourth quarter. When he was on the bench, they just could not find any scoring. That was a big issue that they had here. But I thought Kevin Durant overall had a good game. Now, the last couple of seconds, not so much. But Kevin Durant in the third quarter kept them in it. But fourth quarter, Jacques Vaughn had to go back to him a lot sooner than he wanted to because the Nets just simply could not score. Then they go on that stretch where they don't score for 4 minutes, and that was the 14-0 run by the Dallas Mavericks. There he sets the screen, gets into it with Josh Green. There's a back and forth. Then Kevin Durant starts getting into it with the Dallas bench, and we think it's Theo Pinson, former Net, who does a lot of clapping. And again, if you're Kevin Durant, you can't get the technical, but I'll say this in his defense. Luka Doncic, the last 3 or 4 minutes of that game, was constantly barking at the officials, and he goes unpunished. So I get it. On the one hand, Kevin Durant, you think that he's doing enough to get a technical foul. What does Luka Doncic have to do then to get a technical foul? Because Kevin Durant is getting into it with a player. Luka was nonstop with the referees.
And, Frank, another notable storyline for the Nets going into action was, of course, the return of Ben Simmons. He was in the lineup after missing the previous 4 games due to left knee soreness, playing on a time restriction and coming off the bench for the first time in his career. He spent 16 minutes on the floor, tallying 2 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, and 3 fouls. But as we saw, Coach Vaughn taking him out of the lineup in the late stages.
Well, he's just not enough of an offensive threat. And then if you're in a situation where you're, first of all, you're trying to come back because you did fall behind by 11 points. So you can't be playing 4-on-5 when you have the ball. That just simply is not going to work. So I think once again, now Ben Simmons had been out for a while, so we'll give him a little bit of a break here with the sore knee. He just needs to do more. And then there was those 2 straight possessions with Luka with the basketball. Luka hits the long 3 over him. Then he beat him to the basket on a dribble. I get that he missed the shot, but then Dallas kept possession, and Josh Green got that dunk. So it's a struggle right now for Ben Simmons. Let's be fair here. You know, he's just not doing enough. For a player of his stature who's achieved as much as he has, he's on a huge salary. He just needs to do more for them. That's what the bottom line is.
Did you see enough of the aggressiveness you were looking for?
At moments I did, but like I feel like now we're seeing one aggressive play and we're making like a big deal of it. You need to be aggressive all the time, for crying out loud. So you know what? Wednesday night's going to be big. You're going to be playing your crosstown rival. First time that he's been involved in this game. It's going to be a pretty hostile crowd at Barclays Center. He's going to have to bring it on Wednesday night.
Yeah, you know, like Luka is a study. He just brings it all night long. Stay with us. It's break time on the Nets post-game show. 96-94 Dallas, the final. When we come back, interim head coach Jacques Vaughn. We'll hear from him.